Adam and I talked, whatever. I told him I was in Radio Connection and that Craig is like one of my, he's my mentor. He said, well, do you have a demo or stuff like that? I'm like, not yet. I'm getting to it. It's towards the end of the school year. I've only got 2-3 months left, whatever. But like, if there's an opportunity for me to come in and sit with you guys to kind of see how things roll, I'd love to come find out. I'll volunteer my services. Told him about my Instagram page. He said, well, we actually have a fantasy show usually on Sundays, whatever. I said, I'd love to sit in. I've got content. I've got material. I'd love to do it. So he's like, all right, well, we'll see what we can do. And he said, well, right now we can't bring anybody in the studio because of COVID. So he said, there's myself and maybe one other production guy that comes in, but everyone else who does their shows, they're doing it remotely at home. So I said, fine. So he said, well, let's revisit it in a couple months, see what happens. I continue on with my education, my conversations with Craig, my airdrops, whatever. I continue on with that. Come September, I'm 3-4 weeks out to completing the school. Like I'm done with the program. I asked Craig, I'm like, do you think I should reach out to Adam? He said, well, shoot him an email, call him, whatever. I sent him an email. Oh no, I sent him a text. And I asked him, do you need any, do you have any openings or what have you? And he says, right now we don't, but if you want to come in, you can come between 9 to 11, mid-morning drive and sit with my guys and we can you can intern there. I told him, I said, well, I'm still working in the IT field. I don't know if that's going to really work. If you got anything on the weekends, I'd love to come in. 2 days later, he reaches out to me. He's like, actually, you know what? We've got a show for you on Saturday mornings from 8 to 9 and possibly another show from 10 to 12. You're going to do the prep football talk from 8 to 9. You're going to do the college countdown to kickoff with our afternoon guy. And are you interested? I'm like, yeah, I'm interested. And he said, well, come in. We can do your paperwork, hire you. I'm like, excuse me? He said, yeah, we're going to bring you on. I'm like, okay. He said, just come in Wednesday. We'll get you training for 2 days. And then it's you to go on that Friday, on that Saturday. I said, okay. And I came in, absorbed as much as I could, took all the material I can, made sure that I didn't make myself look like an idiot when I do have my first opportunity to produce. And it went well. And then the following week, they brought me on for a third show, which was our Friday night on the field high school games from 9:30 to 6:30. It's kind of like a red zone for high school football on radio. Then I started doing the afternoon show because the guy who trained me in production was a play-by-play guy who was doing high school football. So I took his Fridays so he can be at those high school games. We went to 4 shows. And then I went to Sunday and I went 5 shows. And then next thing you know, it's like, I like this morning I did a show. I did their midday morning show. I was starting to talk, kind of blend in and stuff. So it was actually a lot of fun. So I'm having a blast. These guys are awesome. They're teaching me a whole lot of stuff. I can't wait to, I can't wait to continually grow in this space, So there's no turning back. It's just like it's going. So I knew that I was going to have Craig for a limited time space because once I was done with the curriculum, chances are that he was going to bring on another student. So I want to absorb everything I possibly can from him during that 20 plus week schedule. And I told him what I wanted to do. This is where I want to be. This is the time I wanted to be. How do I make that happen? And he says that, well, he kind of gave me the pros and cons about radio. And I was very, very appreciative of his honesty because that's what I needed. I didn't want someone to tell me give me any fluff or whatever. I want someone straight, direct so that I know what to expect once I get in this field and whenever it would happen. So he said that in terms of trying to get you where you want to be, in addition to the curriculum you guys have that they have a Radio Connection, I want you to send me material that, recordings, whatever it may be, and send it to me and I can air check it and give you my responses to it. Now I started Radio Connection like right before the summer. I was right around June-ish, I think. Well, right around June. In my mind, I kept telling myself, if I can get in around like that September, October time frame, it's gonna be fantastic because you're gonna have this perfect storm of all these sports like leagues, like soccer, basketball, football, baseball, all going at one time. There's gonna be a chance for me to slide in there. What we did is, after we first started, he told me to send some stuff. I was hesitant. I was really hesitant. And then by the 3rd week, he's like, Ray, if you want to get to where you want to go, just send it to me. It's just me airdropping it. So when we did that, he airdropped one, which turned from a 10-minute to a 20-minute to a 25-minute to a 30-minute. I was going not only primarily in one sport, I try to do multiple just to show them I'm not like a one-trick pony. Like I am well versed. And during that time, he even was able to set me a time with Jake Asman, who's their morning talk show guy. And he said, let's kind of go through like a demo of just like you're doing like, a radio show. We'll do 30 minutes. It's just scripted. We'll go with, Jake will send you 3 topics and you just go back and forth. And I said, that'd be great. And he sent me got me in contact with Jake. We set up a time. When we set up a time, we went right into it. And I kind of challenged Jake a little bit. And this is Jake who's been doing it for many, many years. He's a talented, he's going to go really far. He kind of came back at me. I kind of came back at him. And it was just a fun like conversation. And the first thing that Craig said after listening to it, he says, of all my years that I've heard students or interns, go out with these guys. So I set this up a lot of times with his own like interns. You're the only person that didn't have it to ask for, can we start over? He said, you went right into it. And he's like, Jake, he'll challenge you and you kind of gave it back to him a little bit. It was a fun back and forth. He said, I really appreciated that. I was like, look, this is why I'm passionate about going into radio and sports and stuff, because, it moves me, it drives me. Like I enjoy those conversations and stuff. And it's just a comfortable space for me. Yeah, it was great working with Craig. He would give me constructive criticism. There were some times he'd be like, you say or wait to get your punchlines and all this stuff. And at times I would still struggle with it, but he's like, I just want you to go right into it. So, so it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed my time with him.